Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Shilowe, I'm 53, and right now I DoorDash and Instacart to help my family make ends meet after I lost my job. So if you want to learn more, you can watch the intro video, which is linked in the description. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've been asked to do a monetization video. I think I am now at 3 full months of being monetized. So I thought I would go ahead and do that now that I actually have more stats to share with you. So I'm gonna share when I started the channel, why I started the channel, who inspired me, how long it took me to get monetized, what I made in my first 90 days, and which videos, the top 5 videos. I started this channel with DoorDashing content on January 18th of 2026. And I had very little experience recording myself and being on camera, other than doing some high school psychology lecture videos. I really hadn't ever been on camera, nor did I like to be on camera. I don't even like my photo taken for the most part. I just never liked it. But I decided that I had always wanted a YouTube channel. So I decided to just go for it. And it was actually a couple of YouTubers that I had been watching who ultimately inspired me to just go for it and do it. Like, basically get over myself and just do it. One of those was Meaty Mama, which I know a lot of you know who she is and follow her and watch her videos. I just think she's hilarious. And then another one that popped up in my shorts feed actually was Dat Girl from Ohio. And I know a lot of you know her too. And again, I just loved her content. She was so funny and very down to earth, both of them. And then another one that I had found when I was searching for other DoorDashers who were making content was the New Midlife Crisis. And I know some of you may follow her as well. And we are actually really close in age too. So I felt like that was a connection, you know, and I love following all of them and watch their content like religiously. Like, I watched every single video that they put out. Okay, so why I started? Well, I had unexpectedly lost my job working for our church, which is a nonprofit organization. And funding had gone down. We had recently lost our main speaker, our main minister. And so funding was just down, and they just could no longer afford to keep me on. I was transcribing sermons for people who were either, hard of hearing, or they just like to have a guide while they listen to sermons or use it as a study guide, whatever. It was just a service they provided the members. And so I did that for about, I think, 8 years, and I loved it. But it just ended with no warning. I was in the middle of applying, for jobs, because I had also that same month graduated with my PhD in psychology. And I was applying for jobs to get my career going with absolutely no luck, not even an interview. And I go into more of that in my intro video if you want to watch that. But anyway, I just basically became a little bit desperate. We were kind of panicking a little bit, like how we were going to make, or how I was going to make what we needed to keep surviving, like to keep paying for everything. So I had previously done research into doing DoorDash years ago when my daughter was considering it. And that's how I found a YouTuber named Just Rowan. She doesn't really do door dashing anymore. She is a full-time van lifer. She's also really down to earth. I really liked her videos. I found her when she was living in her car and door dashing, and just kind of basically starting over. But yeah, you can go find her if you want to, learn more about her. But anyway, so I kind of already knew a little bit just because of the research I did for my daughter. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try. And thankfully, I was able to make enough money to keep us going, like to buy food and pay for gas. That's the two main things I needed to cover. And then hopefully any other miscellaneous, because all of Dave's SSDI goes to rent and car payments, that kind of stuff. So thankfully I was able to immediately start making money. And then the more I watched those YouTubers that I mentioned, the more I thought, what, I want to start a channel. Like I could see that there was an audience for this. And I was coming upon so many like outrageous / funny / aggravating fill in the blank. And I was like, I should like document this. I should just do it. Just go for it. So I did. So I started, like I said, January 18th of 2026 is when I posted my first DoorDash video. And it was kind of like I just used some clips that I had already taken for another channel that I had started that didn't really go anywhere. And posted it, and I got it started getting a lot of views, and I was like, okay, this might be something. Fast forward to April 12th is when I became monetized, 3 months after posting my first video. And I was in complete disbelief. I couldn't believe that I was monetized that fast. And I actually hit my 4,000 watch hours before I hit the 1,000 subs, which I guess is not typical. But anyway, it was about 2 or 3 weeks after I hit the 4,000 watch hours that it took me to get the rest of the subscribers that I needed to become fully monetized. All right, so let's do some breakdown now. So, and I think I have some screenshots that I'll be sharing with you to show you like the actual stats as I go over them. And of course I'm using notes because listen, I can't remember all this stuff. So in January, the month of January, I got 12.7 thousand views, 249.9 watch hours, and I gained 135 subs, which, that's, I don't know what that is comparatively. Like, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's average. I don't know. I was just thrilled. I was like, okay, well, that's cool. Then in February, I had 17,000 views, 1.2 thousand watch hours, and gained 269 subs that month. So then I was getting a little excited. I was like, okay, this is going well. And then in March, I got 36.2 thousand views, 3.9 thousand watch hours, and 427 subs in 1 month. And that is when I thought, think I'm going to become monetized, like in the near future even. So then April comes around, and I got 36.7 thousand views, 2.4 thousand watch hours, and I gained 292 subscribers. and that is where I became monetized. And that month I ended up making $86.81, which I thought was pretty good, being that I didn't get monetized until April 12th. Then for May, I got 31.3 thousand views, 2.9 thousand watch hours, and I gained 178 subs, and I made a total of $203.83. Again, I was like, wow, that's almost our car payment. And that was like kind of one of the goals. Was I figured, hey, if I can make the car payment every month, that's, $250 extra that we have. That would be like amazing. Well, then June rolls around. And in June, I got 32.2 thousand views, 4.2 thousand watch hours, and I gained 351 subs. And that month, I made $385.74. And I will say it is because of one video that it didn't go viral, but it did really well. So, and I'll go over that I'll go over the top 5 performing videos. So, and then this last month for July, I got 34.7 thousand views, 4,000 watch hours, and I gained 206 subs and made $304.54. And that's without any video getting as many views as the video in June got. So I am just beyond thrilled. Like I still can't believe that I'm making money by making these videos, and it's fun. I actually have a lot of fun. I edit all of my own videos so far. I didn't look up how many shorts I've done or how many videos I've done. I'll put that in here as well. I'll come back and put that in here. So next I'll do the top 5 performing videos. So the one that I'm talking about that made me the most money by far was the thumbnail was the dark side of DoorDash. And it had 8,226 views and has made $147.49. So that was a very big part of why June's revenue was so high. The next highest video is significantly lower. It's the thumbnail is I tried DoorDash Earn by Time. And it had 2,289 views and made $36.31. And then the next one is earning my 3rd Platinum Pass, and it got 2,046 views and made $33.48. And then the 4th one is the thumbnail is door dashing for 8 hours. It got 2,189 views and made $32.48. And then the last one that I'll share is the thumbnail is Best DoorDasher Ever, and it got 1,712 views and did $29.47. So I'm sure you could see like how it doesn't necessarily translate when you look at the views to money. Some of them had less views but made more money, that kind of thing. So some of the things that affect how much money we make from these videos, from the AdSense, which is a large part of how we make the money, the revenue, is like how many people that have platinum are watching your videos. You get top pay for anybody who has, did I say platinum? That's DoorDash for you. Premium. If they have a premium subscription and they watch your videos, you get paid more. And then obviously the other part is how your viewers are watching the ads. So if there's a longer ad, as long as they're watching at least 30 seconds of it, you get your maximum amount of pay. If they're shorter ads, like 15, 20-second ads, the viewer has to watch a minimum of 15 seconds of an ad for us to get paid. So if you click skip in 5 seconds in, 10 seconds in, we don't necessarily get paid. So that's how we make the revenue. So here are some stats for the lifetime of the channel so far. So I have had 206.5 thousand views. I've had 19.3 thousand watch hours, 1,907 subs as of recording this video, and then I've made $991. So again, I could not be more thrilled with those numbers. And I hope it just keeps going and going, because it's honestly so much fun for me. It makes door dashing way, way more tolerable. I can't tell you how much more tolerable, because as you've seen in my videos, door dashing and doing gig work like this is not fun and games. It's not, it can be very aggravating, discouraging, disheartening. It's just, it can be brutal at times. It's just not always fun. I wouldn't say it's always horrible, but making these videos for me makes it into a fun experience. So now I do want to give a big shout out to some of the other YouTubers, small creators that I have found and watch regularly, and I love their videos. One is Go Granny. She's hilarious, and I love catching her lives that she does. And then another one that I enjoy is Drive Away Bob. She's really funny, and just, she's actually very positive. Sometimes I think maybe I should try to be a little more positive like she is. But listen, I gotta be me, right? And then another one that is kind of new for me, and YouTube suggested his videos, well, actually his lives. So his YouTube channel name is Delivering IRL, like all caps. And he does live stream door dashing from the Portland area. So I've just found it kind of fun to watch how the dashing goes in Portland, and chatting with in the live chat. So another one you can check out if you are looking to watch more YouTube creators like myself. So for anybody who is wanting or thinking about starting a channel and hoping to get monetized, I will say some of the things that I learned in doing some research about starting a channel was that consistency is key. I decided to do 2 videos a week and then as many shorts as I could. And I really think that helps get your channel out there, like into the YouTube algorithm, which can be very frustrating, because sometimes there's no rhyme or reason as to why one video does so well and another one you think is going to do well and it doesn't. Like, that can be really frustrating. I do believe that the shorts have gained me the most subscribers for some reason, especially if a short, it goes out there and it just does really well and YouTube pushes it and a lot of people watch it. So I haven't had any YouTube shorts go like even slightly viral. They've just all done pretty well. I've had some that have just tanked and they didn't do well at all. I don't know why. I post them pretty much at the same time every day when I do post. But yeah, I don't know. So consistency is key. I also know that it really does matter what your thumbnail looks like, what your title is. You need to give people a reason to click on your video. Like, it needs to be intriguing somehow. Like, how does it apply to them? Otherwise, there's so many videos out there that you kind of get lost. So I will say that's really important. I do think editing is important. making sure your video is as put together as you can. I'm still learning. Like, I'm still kind of developing my editing style, and yeah, that's another question I get a lot. I use iMovie right now just because it's user friendly. I have it, I'm familiar with it. But I know others use other programs that they love. But for now, I'm just using iMovie and it works for me. I may someday upgrade, I don't know. We'll see how the channel goes. But for now, I think it works fine for me. And then I use Epidemic Sound for my songs. I've tried using the creator music, but I find I don't want to pay like per song or anything like that. And I've tried using some of their free stuff, and it's pretty limited. So I really do like Epidemic Sound for the music. And then I'll find little clips. Actually, my husband finds the little clips because I'm not very good at that. So he finds those. If I want to throw in a Friends clip or a SpongeBob many hours later, that kind of stuff. So he helps me with that. I tell him what I want and he sends me the link or the video. The other thing I will say is I think a lot of people right now especially want people that are very authentic, and they're not making everything look like rainbows and unicorns. And I don't. I'm try to be as authentic as I can, like as frank as I can. Trust me, there's stuff behind the scenes that I don't put on film, on record. But yeah. So just be real. Like, don't try to make it fluffy and, just be real, just be authentic. That seems to be the trend right now for most people. So I hope I gave you guys some good information you were curious about. You can always drop a question down in the comments if I didn't answer something, and I'm happy to possibly answer it depending on what the question is. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I could not be more thrilled. I'm so excited. So thank you all for being here and for watching once again. I truly appreciate your support. Again, please hit the like and subscribe, hype the video. I hope I answered questions that you may have had or may have been wondering about a small creator's revenue information. I'm sure I'll do another one of these probably in the next 3 months, like at the 6-month mark, so you guys can see how it's progressing, how it's going. And hopefully I hit the 2,000 subs by the end of summer. I'm so close. I'm getting very happy about that. And thank you all for subbing and helping me reach that goal. So I hope that we can continue growing this community, and I hope it's a positive one. I try to make the videos humorous as possible, even though I know there's lots of whining involved. But if you're a DoorDasher, you understand and you get it. And if you're not, well, here's a little peek into it. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Bye.